So, it's story time.
It's story time.
This is a special story time when we're going to talk about the design of a piece of equipment. And we talk about this a lot, and last time we talked about this, but truly noticed, the last time we did a story time, it was about, or on a piece of equipment, it was abrasion resistance. Did you say, Patchouli, that it seems like you said this story before
Right.
because...
I have a trend of saying that we can do things and we have capabilities that we do not yet have.
Somebody called
which
us
then
up.
forces the hand of us getting set up to do those capabilities.
Somebody called us up, one of our clients called us up, Friday, day before 4th of July, right after Thanksgiving.
Right? It's a very
Happens
inopportune time.
all the time. And said, hey, have you guys ever worked on ASTMC 309, 13, 15 sealers and certified them? And I said,
Of course.
yeah, it's actually a test that we've been doing
For years.
years. This happened to be one of those times where I really felt like open mouth and cert foot. Like,
Did you really?
Yeah, because
I'm glad to hear that. I didn't feel like that ever occurred.
but
I
it
feel like
didn't.
it's just a flood of
It didn't stop me.
unconscious. Just
It didn't. So nice words.
sorry.
So she puts her hand on me to
I'm sorry.
soften the blow. I
Great.
appreciate that. So I said yes, and then we started looking. You know, the worst part about it, it wasn't that the equipment was like 40 or 50K. That wasn't the worst part. Finding somebody to actually do the test.
In case we went with the outsourcing option.
And the funny thing is that I had already created a proposal. So we were stuck to a unit price.
Correct. With really no room for R&D of said equipment.
How do you,
I don't know. You guys give me grief about
the budget?
the budget.
What do you want me to do?
How would you like to look at those books and pie?
It's not my job.
Right, I know.
So we had just hired a professional engineer. You might have seen him from time to time.
Yep.
He's our stress training guy. His name is David
David.
W. Harris, PhD, PE. Juggler extraordinaire. It's not true. Play the guitar like a champ. We're supposed to bring the guitar down to the kitchen so he can play for the kids.
Oh, they would love that.
I have a guitar that I've only used 4 times.
The kids love it though.
The chamber used as part of the C309, C13-15 is called the C156 in all of its glory. Now I know this looks like a freezer. It was. But inside this is a controlled environment. I was a little too over the top.
I liked it. Go with it.
No, it's giving me a headache.
Is it? No.
Inside this is a controlled environment. No, it is a controlled environment where we have 100 degrees plus or minus 2 degrees Fahrenheit with 32 degrees plus or minus 2% relative humidity and an evaporation rate of 2.4 to 3.2 grams per hour.
That's a lot. That's a mouthful.
Yes, it is a mouthful. It is a lot. It's even harder to build the dang thing.
And then calibrated.
So I remember David was working with us for maybe a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It wasn't
hasn't
that
been
much
very
time.
long.
And I was just fretting about it. And he's like, well, let me see it. So I print out the C156 standard for him.
Right.
Remember what he said?
Do not.
I can build it. Cost me about $800.
Oh, that I remember.
And I was like,
Money stuff I remember.
yes! You're awesome!
You get a raise.
You build that for $800. And I told Whitney, don't worry, David and I are going to build it. It's not going to cost more than $800. Mind you, the actual equipment costs about 30 to 40, maybe 50K.
Right.
So we started building. Oh, we had a horrible technician at the time. And the great thing about a freezer is that it is set up to be a controlled environment. Now, what we needed to do was put a heater in there, put a humidifier, a dehumidifier, one to control the heat, the other to control the humidity, and then we needed to put different types of fans in there to control the air movement so we can get that evaporation rate. And all of this had to be controlled not by a static device, but by a dynamic device that well, how do I say it? That
Kept everything within those parameters.
and was constantly measuring
Right,
it and constantly making changes. I slept in the lab. I mean,
Trying to, yeah.
we got sensors where it measured and, you know, recorded and did an output of the temperature and the relative humidity every 10 minutes, but even this, like, what is it, 2 or 3 cubic foot environment, it takes time for it to adjust. So I would sit here and just watch the sensors.
I remember coming down nights, weekends, messing, tinkering, up and down, up and down.
It ended up costing us somewhere around $2,600.
Oh, was it that much?
Yeah, oh totally, like time, materials.
Time.
Because we had to get, so when our technician originally started, we had plexiglass, like high-end, high-grade plexiglass that was cut very nicely, and it hides all the meat and guts of this. But our technician, who was just,
No bueno.
he started out with Formica
Oh, did he?
and didn't ask me what to use to cut. I would have told him not to because that absorbs water.
Right.
But he ended up using a steel grinder to cut up the Formica.
Jeez, that sounds like a bad idea.
And he was just inhaling the fumes. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Oh, it was terrible. So, that was story time. And as we could see, I was right. Whitney was wrong, I was right. We have the system, it's set up beautifully, but she can't defend herself, she's not here. And if Whitney was here, she would tell you, yeah, Jonathan was right. He's right all the time. It's tough being around because, you know, he's just right. And he's cool. He's got great hair. Go Concrete!
Beat asphalt!